It's jolly good to be back here again, and with a sack full of films. No less than 10 overlooked Christmas movies. Arthur Christmas. Brilliant British humour that will warm your icy heart. A dysfunctional family is trying to run the family business, and it doesn't help that they perform the toughest task imaginable, delivering gifts to all the world's children. Sure, they have lots of elves to aid them, high-tech gadgets and so on. But what really holds them back might be that the family's interests lies in different places. Finishing the deliveries in record time, gaining status, or just going along with it. The solution might be just a bit more heart. The one thing that the youngest son Arthur has got in abundance. If anyone would only take him a bit more seriously. The pace of the story is high, but comfortable nevertheless. And the 3D animation is very pleasant to look at. Just promise me to watch this movie more than once, cause there will always be little details you've missed the first time around. The Familie Claus. This is a Belgian Christmas movie that streams on Netflix. There's a lot of magic, cookies and angst driving this story. If you found out that you're meant to take over the family business, in a time where we're in a dark place, full of doubt and confusion, how then would you manage to carry the responsibilities? If you, like me, fell for this unique Christmas tale, there are several sequels to engage yourself in on Netflix. The Family Man. I might be a broken record, but you need to give this one a second chance. This is the story about a man who might have chosen the wrong path. A path to power and influence, but also loneliness. Near Christmas, he strikes a deal with a guy trying to rob a store. He is then rewarded with a glimpse into what his life could have been. In short, he should have prioritized his girlfriend and skipped Wall Street. Get Santa. A father has made some poor decisions, which has placed him in jail. And when he is set free, some changes has to be made. Not only has he been neglecting his son for too long, now he is not willing to compensate for it by granting his son's wishes. When he discovers that his son has befriended a Santa Claus impostor, he sees to it to place the impostor where he belongs, in jail. The only problem is, this is not an impostor. And the son demands that his father fixes this. Now, not only does the father need to break his parole, he also needs to break back into jail in order to break Santa out. With everyone out of jail, things get a lot worse before it gets better. Funny movie with a magical second half. Joulutarina. Here, Finland has made an appealing attempt to claim the origin story of Santa Claus, or as in their case, Nicholas. The story is set in the Arctic regions and portrays Nicholas, an orphaned child who, due to poor conditions, is forced to learn the craft of woodworks under a strict master. Besides the lack of love and care from his caretaker, this situation is quite well suited for Nicholas, who prior to this has started to carve wooden animals to give to the other children in his former village. This is a thanks to their families for letting him live with them. Now, little by little, he convinces his master that he needs to keep this tradition alive. And in doing so, he eventually befriends him. Krampus. Except for Gremlins and one or two more Christmas movies, I've never really been into horror for the seasons. But this, sure, is an interesting mythical creature. that you want to learn more about. It reminds me of our own Nordic julbocken. Pagan Origins is truly a powerful tool for a dark and atmospheric Christmas tale. Miracle at 34th Street. I have no clue why this one is so overlooked. In my meaning, the best Christmas movie, except for maybe Home Alone. Santa on Trial. Because people aren't ready to accept that magic could be real. Wonderful acting performances here, and especially by Richard Attenborough in his flawless portrayal of Santa Claus. This should be an obvious classic, The Muppet Christmas Carol. My favorite adaptation of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. The story might be a bit too dark and depressing if it hadn't been shown through the lens of Jim Henson's The Muppets. Everything else is already there, but now with a blend of warmth and silliness. The only non-Muppet, Mr. Scrooge, is wonderfully enriched by Michael Caine. 100% coziness guaranteed. Rare exports. Once more a Finnish Christmas tale. This time though, Santa and his elves aren't friendly. They are mythical creatures that has been dug up from an ancient grave. They are hungry, and at all costs prepared to protect the one most precious to them, Santa Claus. Once more, Santa is presented as a horned beast. But the most unnerving thing about him might be that you really don't get to see him. Terry Pratchett's Hogfather. Based upon Terry Pratchett's beloved book, a mini-series, if you could call it such, in 2 parts. In this dark and witty world, Santa Claus is more like a hog person. When he goes missing right before Hog's Watch Eve, Death is forced to take his place. Unfortunately, Death has no clue how to be a jolly fellow, so the whole ordeal gets to be an entertaining and quite absurd one. A bit hard to get hold of, but do try. And also, try to be good, because you never know if there's a mythical horned beast or death in a Santa suit coming for you this season.